Welcome back to Mish Travels the World. In today's video, we're going to show you guys our experience riding camels in the Sahara deserts of Morocco. This is probably one of the quintessential things you should do when you go to Morocco. And of course, if you're watching this right now in the middle of May 2020, you know that most of the world is still locked down and international travel is not allowed. This was our time there at the beginning of March, a little more than 2 months ago. I hope you guys are all doing well. Things are going to get back to normal soon, but in the meantime, enjoy this video. As we made our way towards Merzouga, we drove past beautiful desert oases. We stopped for lunch at a little roadside restaurant with camels and amazing tagine, probably one of the best meals we had so far in Morocco. The hospitality was amazing, the food was delicious, and there were kittens too for us to pet. Here at the city of RISSANI, we drove through the famous gates, and soon after that, sand dunes appeared in the distance. We saw herds of camels and even a stray one here and there right on the side of the road. As we started to approach Merzouga, we made our way to Haven Le Chant's campground, which is a campground that were recommended to us by some Facebook friends who were just here a couple of days ago and highly recommended it. We made it to the Sahara Desert. We're at the town of Merzouga. It's a really cool place. We're staying literally right at the edge of the sand dunes right here. This is actually a fairly small sand dune in the desert, but it is a proper Sahara Desert sand dune in Morocco. We're in the southeastern corner of Morocco, pretty close to the border of Algeria. That's where we're staying. You can pay for electricity if you want. Dry camping here is 50 dirhams, which is €5, super cheap. Easy living here. From the Sonoran Desert to the Mojave Desert, to the deserts of Great Sand Dunes to White Sands National Park, we spent a lot of time in the deserts of North America. But somehow, the Sahara Desert feels totally different. The grains of sand is really fine, and there's literally camel poop everywhere. They don't smell bad, but they are like littered across the sand like pine cones in the forest. Another big difference is in the deserts of California and Arizona, usually it's BLM land, and a lot of people go out there to go ATVing, dune buggies, and dirt bikes. And if it's not at a national park and wherever it is allowed, there are shotgun shells and bullet casings littered everywhere. There's no target shooting here, but there are some ATVs, but not nearly to the extent you see them in the southwest US. We're doing something really special today. We decided that we're gonna ride camels. You can do these camel rides into the desert, and the place we're staying at, they have relationships with these camel ride companies, or I guess just owners. You know, these people that own herds of camels, and they organized a ride for us today, and I think these guys just got here. Check it out, check out these camels. Look how cool that is. There are 16 camels. Of all 5 of us are going to go, along with 2 of our friends that we met. So 7 of these camels are for us. And there's apparently 7 other people that are also going on the trip. So
That leaves 2 more. There's a total of 16 camels right here. I think our neighbors here at the campground is going on a camel ride as well, but they're going for an overnight trip. I don't know how far they're going, but they go into the middle of the desert. They'll set up camp and they'll sleep in the tent tonight and come back tomorrow. For us, this was 180 dirhams per person, which is about 18 euros, and that's about a little less than $20, $20 US per person. Very excited about this today. Are you guys ready?
I don't want lice, that's why I got my own scarf. Oh my god, they sound like donkeys.
Here we go.
To be totally honest, we had some reservations about riding camels at the beginning. Mostly because we wanted to make sure that these camels are well treated. And from the looks of it, they actually have a pretty good life. Generally speaking, each camel will go out in the morning for a sunrise walk into the dunes. And they pretty much just relax the rest of the day, eat hay, sleep, hang out, before they head out again late in the afternoon for a sunset walk. The camels here in the Sahara Desert are called dromedaries. They're the single hump camels of the 3 camels that exist today. The double hump camels are called the Bactrian camels. They exist in Central Asia and the remote parts of China and Mongolia. The ones in China and Mongolia are called the wild Bactrian camels, while the standard Bactrian camels are more or less domesticated. When you watch somebody else ride a camel from a distance, it looks really relaxing and comfortable. But when you're actually on the back of one of them, it isn't really that pleasant of an experience. In fact, right about this time is when we're thinking, well, I don't know if we can handle 2 hours of this. During the ride, the guide leads the first camel at the very beginning of our herd, and each camel is connected to each other so they follow in a straight line when they walk. They know exactly where to go so the camels don't go down into the bottom of the dune and have to climb back up. We basically straddle the ridge lines between the sand dunes to try to get out to the middle of the desert. Right around this time, a bunch of people are out on rides to get out to the sand dunes to see the sunset. So at one point, we had a couple dozen camels in a row, which look really cool in this video. This was just an amazing time that we had out in the sand dunes. We walked about 30 minutes out till we got to a cool part of the sand dune where we can climb up and down a little bit, and the camels got to rest. So for the 2 hours that we were out, the camels were pretty much just working only about half of the time. These dromedaries are just such beautiful and majestic creatures. And having this opportunity to take them out for a little ride on the sand dunes is a memory that we'll never forget.
Very bad at not making bumpy videos. Very bad at not making bumpy videos, Mama. go so far away. Okay, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can't close up. Oh, you are. Oh my God! Wait, look up. Wait. No! No! Your finger's on me! Hi, guys. Don't put any sound in this, just put music. Music from Rocky. When he's running up the stairs. Yeah. Keep going! Keep going! Keep going!
I hope you guys enjoyed this video of us on a camel ride out to the sand dunes in the Sahara Desert. If you ever get a chance to come out to Morocco, I would highly recommend this experience. Thank you as always for joining us, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
We are awake before sunrise for the first time in I don't know how long.